As always, excited to have you back because you always bring us something phenomenally tasty from the other side of the world. Well, it's just like I was just in Malaysia and I couldn't do the cooking show because it was 14 hours different. So I'm always glad when we have you on because you get to represent all of Asia because they have a hard time being on our cooking show. It's just,
Yay!
so what have you bringing us today?
Today we're doing mango lassi. Yeah, I think most of us know about it and have tasted it. So this will be the quickest, easiest version to make really good mango lassi.
Oh man, I have never I don't think I've ever had mango lassi with rose water and green cardamom
Mm-hmm.
and mango. That's like too many good flavors all in like one. Ooh. So, um
Yeah.
now, now have you ever made your own yogurt to make it or it's always you like buy yogurt?
If I have my made yogurt, I'll use that. Otherwise, I'll buy whole milk yogurt. So it has like full cream, full fat kind of a yogurt. So
None of that low fat stuff.
no, I mean that tastes much better. It will be much creamier and richer in texture. So yeah,
Yeah, my mom always made us yogurt because um yeah, never let milk go bad. Always use it.
nice.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So you were talking beforehand, maybe some tricks on how to
Uh,
cut up a mango.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll show a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it's a trick or something, but this is how I like to do it. I take a mango and then I like to peel it first. So it's easier
Okay.
for me to cut it because when you peel it, uh, most of the mango, I mean, it just stays here rather than like cutting it half and then trying to scooping it out. I think there we have like more loss. But if you like peel it, it's much thinner and I think that helps. So yeah, that's my trick to
And
mangoes.
you can eat the peel if it's ripe, you can eat the peel.
Yeah, yeah, you can
Yep.
eat it as
And
well.
then you can also just put it in a jar with a little bit of what do you call it? Spices and you have like a pickle.
Yeah, pickle. Yeah, you can do that as well.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think I've ever thought to peel it because I was like, you can eat it.
mm-hmm.
I I was taught to like if you're gonna personally eat the mango, squish the mango a lot until it's like liquidy inside the skin, and then
Yeah,
just bite one little hole, and then you just like kind of squeeze it out that hole into your mouth, like liquid
yeah,
mango.
that's good too, actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's
It says canned mango pulp. I've never heard of that. I've never seen that. I don't think I've seen frozen,
yeah, you
but
find a lot of canned, but I don't suggest canned. If you don't find frozen, then I would say okay, go for canned because it has like this citric acid to preserve. So it has like little bit of those taste. It doesn't taste much like a good mango or lassi. So if you don't have frozen, then you can go for canned.
so in Nepal, like, do they have like mango season? It's not like year round.
No, it's mostly in summer. I think it starts from end of May to late July or August. So that's some peak mango season.
There you go. So, all
Yeah.
right, figure out ways to preserve it. So,
Okay. Let's start. I'll show you the ingredient first, and then we can go from there. Uh, these are my cardamoms.
so
I'll be using
the whole green cardamom, yeah.
Yeah, I need to crush these. If you have like cardamom powder, that's good, but I need to crush these, make it a little bit of powdery. Uh,
Which
I'll use
which is best to use, the whole cardamom or cardamom powder?
powder. I mean, I'm making it powder, but if you have a powder, you might want to use it a little bit more because, the powder, it loses the taste and smell after some time.
Right. So
Okay.
it's always best to use the fresh.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll just crush
Powder
it.
always loses it, but yeah, but it's
Okay.
less work if you just put a little powder, but it's
Yeah,
not as strong. Yeah. But cardamom is very strong.
it's strong. I'll
So
just use the corners. Good. I have some more mangoes, like they're like really ripe. Just to chop it. Oh, I was trying to show you the ingredient first. Okay, this is mango. The another thing we'll need is yogurt. I use full fat yogurt. I would like to use full fat milk, but right now I don't have a full fat milk. So,
well, in the US it's impossible to get full fat. The most you can get is 2%. And 2% is, yeah, there's no such thing in the US as full fat, I don't think.
Well,
Yeah,
this is called whole. There's
I get whole milk.
yeah, whole milk
But
is.
whole milk is considered 2% in the US, no?
No,
Nope.
there's a separate 2%.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a separate 2%. Yep.
Yeah, because whole milk is like 4 to 5%, depending on if it's cow or what what type of
Yeah.
cow, if it's a goat, right? I think so.
Yeah, I'm using milk, yogurt, and for sweetener, I'm using jaggery. If you know this or not, it's raw sugar. You find it in international grocery, but you can
I
use
think it's
sugar or any kind of sweetener like honey or coconut sugar, molasses, something sweetener.
isn't jaggery raw palm sugar, right?
Uh,
Or is it
it's
coconut
yeah,
sugar?
jaggery can be from palm sugar as well as sugar cane. So this
Okay.
one is from sugar cane. It's a
It
raw.
tastes a little bit like brown sugar, but
Yeah,
the difference is brown sugar, they took the stuff out of the sugar and then they add a little bit back to it,
yeah. It smells
like
like little bit of
molasses.
toasted. Yeah, toasted sugary smell.
Yeah.
Even flavor is okay. And we will need a little bit of salt to enhance. Uh, we'll use rose water and yeah, cardamom. I'll be using 2 pots of cardamom today. And I
Last
also
night
have
I made a drink with a
a,
little bit of chocolate, rose water, and milk. That was my my
a,
drink last night. Just like yeah.
How did it
yeah,
taste?
rose water.
Did it taste good?
Oh, it was phenomenal. Yeah.
And I have like mango pulp. It's best to use Kesar mango for mango lassi, or you can get like Alfonso mango. So these two mangoes are the best to make mango lassi.
Are they a sweeter or more flavorful?
They smell nice. They are much sweeter, and it's more creamier. So yeah, these are the best ones to make mango lassi. I thought it, so it's already liquid. Uh, because we are blending it, so you don't have to thaw it, but I like to make it a little bit frothier inside, so I use emulsifier. So that's why I thawed it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. If you are putting in a blender, you can just put it the frozen version as well. Okay, let's start making.
And if it's frozen, then you have like a little bit of the ice. It's colder, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I will be using a cup of mango. So it will be ripe mango as well as mango puree. So it will be a cup together.
Now, I don't have any of the frozen. I'm just going to use fresh mango. Is
Yeah,
that
that's okay. That's okay. You might want to use a little bit more sugar then, because I don't know how sweet your mangoes are, than what I'll be using. But
yeah,
yeah, so
that's one thing about the frozen is they wait until they're ripe, pick them
yeah,
from the tree, and then process them and freeze them versus like what we call fresh, they pick them green, ship them to the other side of the world, and then we have to wait for them to ripen. But they're so much better if it's ripe on the tree.
yeah. And
it's
it's much
right?
sweeter, so it requires less sweetener for that. So this will be a cup of mango, and then we'll be using a cup of yogurt. So it's better to do like 1:1 kind of ratio for mango and yogurt. So how much mango you're putting, put that much of yogurt. So I put 1 cup, so I'm putting 1 cup of yogurt. And half a cup of milk. So usually if you're putting 1 cup of mango, most of the time you use 2 tablespoons of sweetener. So whatever sweetener you like, but it depends upon your taste and how much sweeter you like, so you can adjust according. So I will be using around 2 tablespoons of jaggery. This. And a teaspoon of rose water.
Yeah, it's amazing how that rose water elevates something.
It does.
I got it from for something, and you're like, such a little bit will do nothing, but it really just jumps out at you. You have to be careful. It's really strong. Otherwise, I have orange water, and that's also
Yeah.
really strong.
Yeah, you have to be like really careful. It's like vanilla. If you put like too much vanilla, it doesn't taste much good. So just a smell just for the smell. So I crushed a little bit of cardamom pod. I used 2 cardamom, so I'm using the seeds and throwing out the cover.
Now, did you smash that with the knife so that the seeds inside the pot are a little crushed?
I use the mortar and pestle to crush
Oh,
it.
okay. So yeah, the seeds inside that green is a little crushed.
Yeah.
You have to.
And like a pinch of salt, just a pinch.
All right. Now, how many other variations of this? I mean, you could use almost any type of fruit.
Usually, the most popular is mango. You can do papaya, I guess. It's similar to mango. Um, or you can do chocolate lassi. I mean, there are like any fruit, whatever goes. It's more like a smoothie. So whatever fruit you put in a smoothie, I think you can put it in lassi for sure.
And I always ask strange questions. Is there one that's not sweet, like a savory lassi?
Um, they have like, I wouldn't say it's a lassi. They call it chas. So yeah, you can make it savory as well, but you won't be putting mangoes in it. It will be more watered down version of yogurt. Uh,
Yeah, isn't
it's
it kind of like a salty lassi?
yeah,
Something like
salty,
that?
but yeah,
But
they
yeah,
call it, yeah, they have a different name. It's
mhm.
made through yogurt itself, but you won't put fruit in it. You
Right,
just put
right.
other um like cardamom, but cumin and coriander seeds and black salt to it, and then mix it. So that would be the another. People like to drink it in summer usually. Okay, let's
Quick question.
move.
I'm using the powdered cardamom. How much should I put in?
Not much. Maybe 1/4 of teaspoon or something like that.
All right.
Like a pinch, or a little bit more than a pinch, maybe like two
I mean,
pinches.
are you trying to get the taste or just the smell? I mean, a little. I mean, it's very overpowering if you're not careful.
Mhm. Yeah, like 1/4 of, yeah, that would be enough.
And then how much sweetener?
Because you're using ripe one, maybe 3 tablespoon of sugar or two. I didn't see how much. Can you show me how much you have in your jar?
Oh, that's the
Maybe
milk.
two is
That's
enough.
1.5 cups of mango, 1.5 cups of yogurt, about a half a cup of milk.
Oh, maybe 3 cups, 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Okie doke.
Yeah, because what we call ripe mangoes in the U.S. were picked green, and they're not as sweet as the ones picked directly
Yeah,
from the tree.
I'm going to
three
start with less.
tablespoons. Yeah,
I'm going to start with less because I could always add more.
yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, I'll put it in a mute because it might make some noise.
It'll mute. So, but part of it, I think, what makes it more of a lassi and less of a smoothie is the type of yogurt used. Tends to be that more of a, what was it? Whole probiotic tangy yogurt, I think. That and that's why also I think you tend to add a little more sugar to it because the yogurt itself has a like a tangy zing to it. But
I think it's mine is done.
Wow, this is delicious.
did you already blend it?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Isn't it yummy?
It's really nice.
And it's so easy to make.
Deepa,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
done.
if you heard me when you
Oh
were
no.
blending it.
Yeah.
I was talking about how the yogurt you use tends to be a little bit, I would call it tangy, a little more of a flavor than American yogurt. A
Oh,
little bit.
this one. Yeah.
Well, like, the yogurt from India and Nepal tends to, I think, and Arab yogurt all tend to be a little more
Yeah.
flavorful, and therefore you end up to balance that tangy sourness,
Yeah.
add a little more sugar.
Yes. So this is like I bought it from Indian store and it's Indian style yogurt. So yeah,
Yeah.
it has that
And I think it's tangy because I think it has more probiotics, more bacteria, more, I don't know,
mhm.
life in it. Or just a different bacteria than the yogurt of the US. But a lot of yogurt in the US now is not live because my mother used to buy yogurt and use like yogurt you bought at the store as a starter for other yogurts. And she's been having a hard time that a lot of yogurts now no longer have live bacteria in them to create a new yogurt.
Oh. So I'm plating, I'm putting in a glass. So I like to add little more mango chunks on top of it. You can actually add few dry fruits if you like, but I'm not in a mood today, so I'm not adding dry fruits. I'm just adding a little bit of chunk mangoes.
So dried fruits like craisins or
Cashews.
something.
Cashews, raisins. Yeah, those. And
So,
walnuts a little bit, or pistachio if you like, pistachio, or
so
almond.
similar how someone in America might have yogurt with some stuff on top of the yogurt for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, okay. And is it when you poured it, it looked pretty liquid that you don't need like a spoon to eat it. It's thick, but you can still, yeah, see, you
Yeah,
just drink.
because lassi you usually drink it. It's not slushy, so
So
it's
that's much more
creamier.
thick than any lassi I've ever got at a restaurant in the US. They always make it very liquidy with just a little bit of flavor. So this, yeah, this
So
is
I
real
never
lassi.
go to Indian restaurant and buy lassi because I like my own. Like I like because I can set my consistency and I can set my sugar, my creaminess. So I never go and buy lassi. I just make my own, and it's so easy.
Yeah. So,
It's
all right.
nice. Yeah.
Anybody have any final questions? Just like, thank you as usual for sharing your knowledge, and we will have to schedule something with a lot of spices soon because it's
Sure.
cold. Just like I like um I don't know. I like eating spices when it's cold, which is backwards.
Mhm.
You're supposed to not sweat when it's cold, and you're supposed to eat spicy when it's hot because that cools you down. So, but anyway, all right, let me wrap it up.
So Lulu, did you like the taste and everything?